Hepinize merhaba dostlar. Hogwarts Legacy 12. bölümde karşınızdayız. Şimdi kehanet sınıfına katılın. Katılın bakalım.
Revelio.
Ha, burası orası. Tamam, çıkalım. Çaya bakarak kehanetimizi şey yapacağız. Kesin bizim hakkımızda bir şeyler çıkacak. Hocam önce bir etrafı bir lootlayalım. Döneceğim ben size. Dönemedik. Bu ne? Tarot bakıyoruz. Ses gitti galiba. Evet. Oyun yine tribe girdi arkadaşlar. Hadi bakalım gidelim.
What do we have here?
I hope
Hocam.
those assignments were challenging enough for you.
Not var şurada. Profesör Black'in yönetimi altında müdüre yardımcısı olarak size Hogwarts Cadılık ve Büyücülük Okulu'nda kehanet profesörü pozisyonunu teklif etmekten onur duyarım. Seçkin fakültemize katılma ihtimaliniz bizi heyecanlandırıyor. Lütfen en kısa sürede niyetinizi bize bildirin. Yanıtınızı sabırsızlıkla bekliyorum. En içten saygılarımla Profesör Matilda Weasley.
I've completed all of my tasks, Professor Onai.
Very well done. Although I must admit, I did have something of a premonition that you would follow through. Now, as you have no doubt sharpened your perception by completing my assignment, I am curious, based upon the knowledge that one's present and even one's past may reveal traces of what is to come. What do you see in your own future?
Güç, tehlike,
There will
zafer
be
alırız.
hardship, I'm sure of it. But I see triumph in the end.
A measured perception. Very wise. Nothing worthwhile is ever easy, and that is why such futures are worth striving for. But this talk of tomorrow should not divert us from your present success. I shall inform our good deputy headmistress of your exemplary performance.
Tabii.
And if that performance is any omen of what your future may hold, then I, for one, see great things. Channel your magic towards your targets.
Hemen yapalım. Neymiş bu? Descento.
You have it! Now, why not practice the new spell on the training dummy?
Şimdi bir saniye. Leviosa'yı şuraya alalım. Pıftırık şeyleri. Şunu şöyle yapalım. Şunu şöyle yaptık mıydı? Oldu sanki ya. Yavaş yavaş şekil alacak artık. F3'e çek. Yok 4. Hocam boşa attık ama. Ben şimdi halledeceğim onu.
Excellent. I think think you have it.
Bir daha vuralım. Hocanın gözüne girmek için.
At some point, you must stop preparing and put your newly honed skills to the test. Outside of the classroom.
Revelio.
O zaman ben gidiyorum. Kendinize iyi bakın.
Professor,
Bir şey diyor mu?
do you have a moment?
I do.
I was wondering how you
öğretmenim de
decided to teach divination.
hayatını şey yapalım.
The art of divination is an important yet often misunderstood branch of magic. Those of us who possess the sight are rare, and, as is often the case with the unique among us, we can frequently be misread, even feared. When I was granted the opportunity to teach others about my gift and the good it can do, I was most grateful.
I see. Natty told me that you and she moved here from Uganda, where she had attended Wagadu.
Yes, Natsai and I both loved Uganda and Wagadu, but we are happily settled here now. I had foreseen such a change, but did not know the details until it occurred. I was glad of the outcome. You would be wise to remember that the consequences of our actions are complex. And so, divining what is to come is not as simple as gazing into a crystal ball or studying the bottom of a teacup.
I find it truly intriguing, even if I don't fully understand it.
Intriguing. That is one word for it. And I'm certain you will come to understand many things more deeply in the days ahead. You are a student at Hogwarts, after all. It cannot have escaped you that we in the Wizarding world are forever navigating the seemingly inexplicable.
Of course, Professor.
Now, I know that we both have places to be. Not because I have the sight, mind you, but because I am a professor and you are a student. I have enjoyed our conversation.
Biz de hocam çok konuştunuz. Evet.
I've always said that travel broadens the mind.
Revelio.
Hemen görevimize dönelim. Ne varmış? Canavarlar sınıfına katılın. Katılalım. Bu canavar dedikleri yanımızdaki şeyler mi olacak? Petimiz mi olacak bizim? Gidelim bir görelim. Yeni bir macerayla. Şuradan yol gösterişimizi de açalım. Kafamızı karıştırmasın. Çek lan eli. Çok deli büyüler biliyorum, vallahi alırım façanızı. Ne ya? Bunlar.
Little sisters will be so happy to see me over the holidays. They madly try to cast.
Revelio.
Hardly annoyed.
Kanka sizde görev var gözüküyor ama görev yok gibi sanki. Ne aldık biz ya daha önce?
Confringo. Revelio.
My cousin was transfigured into a mouse.
Aloha Mora.
Seviye 1'in tabii ki kilidini açtığımız için. Hadi. Hadi bakalım. İçeridekilere rica edeyim ben. Burası neresi lan?
Revelio.
Yapbozlara sonradan bakacağız.
Lumos.
Burada bir yerde. Gördüm seni.
Revelio.
Seviye 2 kilidi var. Tamam, buradan gidelim bari. Bir yer daha keşfettik.
Nice to see you, my young friend.
Never seen devil snare in the wild.
Çıkın lan. Aynı yerden geçtik yine ya.
Confringo.
Hadi bakalım, bekleyelim. Sabahtır burada oturuyoruz kardeşim, bu nedir ya?
Welcome, everyone. I see you've already met some of the many beasts we study in this class. Though be advised, none of these creatures should be taken lightly. They are all in their own way dangerous, especially if one does not know how to handle them properly. Now, it seems many of you are out of practice. Let's take some time to review the basics of how to care for a beast, shall we? Miss Sweeting, would you please assist our new student with the lesson today?
Yes, Professor Howen. Hello, I'm Poppy, Poppy Sweeting. Don't worry about Professor Howen's speech. She over-exaggerates sometimes. All the beasts in class are perfectly safe.
Miss Sweeting, pay attention, please. The tongue of a puffskein can be a slippery devil.
Hayvanın dilinden
yes,
ne olacak
Professor.
ya?
Here, you can practice on Gerald. Just keep
Evet,
an
ne
eye on his
yapacağız?
tongue. You can use my brush. Just be gentle. Oh, and think pleasant thoughts. I like to think it enriches his experience.
Canavar sevişme fırçası mı?
That's lovely. I'm sure he feels much better. I think he might be hungry. Would you mind giving him some beast feed?
Biz bunları yapınca ne olacak? Al bakalım fındık.
What do you suppose the pellets taste like to Gerald? Pudding, I like to think. I think we can safely say that Gerald likes you.
That's good news. He seems very nice.
He is. Kindness is one of his best qualities, right after ambition. And cleanliness.
Good work, everyone. Now, let's make our way to the pens and select another
Seçelim hocam,
beast.
ben okeyim yani.
And please, do be careful as you feed and groom them. Miss Sweeting, Why don't you show our new student to the measles in the farthest pen?
This way. The measles are
Gel
over
şekerim
here.
gidelim. Kedi lan bunlar.
Oh, couple of measle whiskers ought to get me a few canuts at least. Enough to buy something from Honeydukes. Stupid thing.
Oğlum rahat bırakın lan kediyi.
What in Merlin's name are you doing?
Tus peculiar Poppy. Worried about a worthless little rodent.
Her name is Persephone.
Her name is Persephone.
That's really not funny.
Bas git lan. Seçilmiş öğrenciyim ben.
Let's go.
Ezerim kafanı şimdi burada senin. Tüy bitmemiş.
Those two don't belong anywhere near this class. Poachers in training. Persephone was onto them instantly. Thank you for your help. Let's carry on.
Gel lan.
Feed and brush the measles just as you did with Gerald.
Tamam.
The measles really took to you. They know a good egg when they see one. As do I.
It appears our time has come to an end. Please close the pens and see yourselves out. Now, where is our new student?
Hocam buradayım.
There you are. I would like a moment, please.
Buradayım
Hello,
hocam.
Professor.
Hocam ne oldu?
You wanted to speak with me?
I did. How did you find your first beasts lesson?
Verimli. Güzel geçti.
It was wonderful. I believe I'm really going to enjoy this class.
Good. You seem to understand that when beasts are properly controlled, they can play a vital role in our lives. Some provide us with magically imbued materials, if cared for correctly, which does not include torturing them for whiskers.
Hocam ben onun defterini
Well done,
göreceğim.
by the
Merak
way.
etmeyin.
Probably best to let me handle it next time.
Yes, Professor.
They're nearly as bad as the Savagers in Rookwood's poacher pack. Sadly, we're the ones who suffer, stumbling over dead beasts. Terrible waste of resources.
Surely the poachers can be brought to justice by someone. The Ministry, perhaps?
An optimistic idea. Now, why don't we focus on more immediate matters that
Yapalım.
we can control? Professor Weasley has asked that I prepare some assignments designed to help you catch up
Yanlık var
to
ya,
the
yemin
other
ediyorum
fifth
herkes
years.
devlet
Be
okulunda
on the
okuyormuş
lookout
gibi,
for
ben
my
özel okul
owl.
okuyormuşum gibi. Bu nedir ya?
Meanwhile, I also encourage you to study
Yine
as
neye para
many beasts
harcatacaksınız
as you
acaba?
can on your own time.
I need to talk to you. Come here.
Oğlum kız.
Do you need something, Poppy?
Thank you again for saying something to those brutes so that I didn't have to. You were an augury at noon in the desert.
I certainly hope that's a good thing.
It's something my gran and I say. It means that something or someone is a welcome surprise. At least, that's what we decided it meant.
I couldn't stand there and watch them harm the poor thing.
We're of a similar mind. Actually, in light of that, there's someone I'd like you to meet. In the forest.
Allah Allah.
You've intrigued me. Very well. Lead the
Yürü
way.
kız gidelim
I'd
oraya.
hoped I would. I wouldn't take just anyone there. In fact, you're the first.
Really?
Tövbe tövbe.
Well, thank you. I think.
Ya aklıma kötü şeyler geliyor
As
ama
I
inşallah
said,
bir yaratık
we
falan
think
çıkar yani.
alike. Pleasant surprise.
Benim için de tabii.
Quite the weather we're having, don't you think?
Poppy, where are you taking me?
It really is much better if I just show you. Don't worry, we're nearly there. It's just ahead.
Hipogrif mi? Hipogrif de.
Stand back.
Hipogrif de. Hipogrif olsun. Yes!
Please meet Highwing. Isn't she just magnificent?
Highwing Beşiktaş'ın
Go
arması
on,
gibi duruyor
introduce
ya.
yourself to her. But be careful. You must always show hippogriffs the proper courtesy before you approach them.
Asil çocuğum benim. Merak etme. Harika bir şeysin sen ya.
I knew it. I don't think I've ever seen a hippogriff take to someone this quickly. You can feed and brush her if you'd like. I come and check on her every once in a while. Bring her pasties, tell her what's going on in the castle. You wouldn't know from looking at her, but she's a dreadful busybody.
Evet, şimdi binme sırası. Nereye gidiyorsun oğlum? O kadar yem attık ya.
So, what did you think of Highwing?
Benim olacak.
I thought she
Benim
was
olacak o.
brilliant. Can't believe you introduced me to her.
I suspected you two might get along.
Are you the reason students have been seeing hippogriffs flying above the Forbidden Forest?
Perhaps. Did you know that once you earn a hippogriff's trust, they'll always be there for you? I've seen it firsthand with her.
How exactly did you and Highwing cross paths?
It's a longer story, but I rescued her from poachers a few years back. Got her to safety and, well, she was fine until recently. You may have noticed that poachers are something of a problem in the area, so I worry they could get her again. And I might not be there next time.
Ben
Professor
onları
Howin mentioned the
hallederim,
poachers
merak
as
etme.
well. She seemed to imply that we couldn't rely on the ministry to help.
I don't often agree with Professor Howin, but on that, I fear she's right. The poachers' influence is growing. I see them every day in the village, lingering, talking to people. They're up to something. I'm just not sure what.
That does seem strange. Sounds as if they're planning something.
Exactly. I think I'm going to look into it. Find out what's going on, what they're doing.
Tabii ben de araştıracağım.
I think that's a fine idea. Information is power.
And the more I know, the better I can keep Highwing safe.
You seem undeterred. Will you let me know what you find out?
Oh, very well. I will. I should be going, but we'll speak again soon, I hope.
Abi canım benim, niye konuşmayalım? Hemen şöyle bir görevlerimize bakalım. Ne varmış ne yokmuş. Verdiler mi herhangi bir şey? Daha düşmedi.
Hello, friend. I wonder if you might stop by the Three Broomsticks when you can. I would like your help with something.
Bir
As I
tane daha geldi.
mentioned, my sister Anne misses Hogwarts, and she hasn't been herself lately. I'd like to take you up on your promise to visit her with me. I'm heading to Feldcroft soon, so I'll look forward to seeing you there. It's just south of Hogwarts. By the way, hope you're faring well with the blasting curse. It's still one of my favorites.
Sebo'yu ekmeyeceğiz tabii ki de. Sebo kankalarımızdan birisi. Bu ne lan, yine attı 300-500 tane şey. Sebo'nun yanına gidiyoruz önce. Sırayla her şey.
Now that you've attended Beasts class, I've asked Deke to assist you in using the room to further your studies in that regard. Please meet him there when you can.
I've not heard from my Uncle Roland in quite some time. I've been beside myself with worry. Could you meet me in the courtyard?
Bir dakika şimdi kankilerimizden Sebo'nun yanına gidiyoruz. Öncesinde. By the way. Ne oluyor? Oğlum hadi bak işine lan. Hadi senin canını bağışlıyorum hadi. Sizi de bağışlarım hadi. Ama kenardan gideceğiz biz de, ne yapacağız? Ben şu ışınlanma olayına hala alışamadım. Her yere süpürgeyle gitmeye çalışıyorum sırada. Lan eğme şunu, eğme. Aşağıda avcı kampı falan mı var? Boş zamanlarımda ayar çekeceğim onlara da. Biraz uzun bir süre hikayeden ilerleyelim şöyle. Biraz bir şeyleri açalım, ondan sonra hop. Geldik kanka. Feldcroft. Senin burada ne işin var gözünü seveyim ya. Başardık ve sözümüzü de tuttuk
Keeping an eye
yani.
on things. Feldcroft isn't what it used to be. No one has felt safe here since Ranrock's loyalists took a peculiar interest in that castle over there. Rookwood Castle. My uncle Solomon is a former Auror and refuses to look into it. Even after Anne was cursed by one of them. Possibly with a
kardeşi
wand,
lanetlenmiş.
no
Eyvallah.
I heard a goblin refer to wizard kind as wand carriers. Are goblins forbidden from carrying wands?
Precisely. That's why I'm on the hunt for answers. If I'm to cure her, I need to understand what happened to her. Anne was always the most mischievous of the three of us. Which is saying something, knowing me and ominous. I'm hoping a surprise visit from me and a new friend from Hogwarts will help lift her spirits. Bring back the Anne I used to know. Come on. I'll take you to my uncle's.
Hadi gidelim kanka. Kanka
This
gidelim
way.
kanka. Hadi git.
Feldcroft used to be a lot livelier.
What are you up to?
With Ranrock's lot wandering about all the time. Everyone stays out of sight. Here we are. My sister should be just inside.
Oğlum girsene, Allah Allah. Sizin evinize ben niye önce giriyorum?
Aha!
Sebastian, where did you... Is that what I think it is?
We've been over this, boy.
Hey.
Shrivelfigs cannot reverse a curse. Nothing can. The sooner you accept that reality, the better.
But we haven't tried everything.
There is no cure! When will you accept that?
Never. I can never accept it.
Now look what you've done.
I'm sorry.
Leave.
Ne biçim amcasın sen ya?
I'm sorry you had to see
Çocukların
that.
umutlarını kırıyor.
If you don't mind, I just need a moment alone.
Çakayım mı 2 tokat şunu?
Poor Sebastian. Not the visit he'd hoped for.
Adamın canını sıkma, bir daha çocuğu azarlama. Anyway, Solomon'la konuşalım. Önce Solomon'la konuşalım.
That boy will fray my last nerve.
Excuse me,
Çocuğa
Mr.
kızma,
Sallow.
kardeşini kurtarmaya
yes,
çalışıyor, canımı sıkma benim.
Sebastian's friend. I apologize on behalf of my nephew. He doesn't know when to
Durmasın da
stop.
kardeş iş.
He thinks he can help Anne, but nothing can be done for her.
It could be that you've not yet discovered the cure.
Ah, you sound like Sebastian, thinking you know better than the healers at St. Mungo's.
Perhaps the healers don't know everything, sir. Sebastian is single-mindedly focused on finding a way to help his sister. If there is a cure, he will find it.
Your faith in Sebastian is misplaced. Some sort of dark magic cursed Anne, and the goblins aren't likely to explain themselves anytime soon.
Yo, o
Giving her
işleri
hope is
halledeceğim.
cruel. The only thing to do now is keep Anne comfortable and stay out of the Loyalists' way.
With all due respect, sir, hope could keep Anne's spirits up.
You may mean well, but I know what's best for Anne and Sebastian. They are my stubborn brother's children. Especially Sebastian.
Bana bağırma bak,
If you really
seçilmiş
want to
kişiyim.
be of
Allah'ımı var ya,
help,
yok
we'll
ederim
make sure
seni.
Sebastian does what he should do, not what he wants to do. He's no idea the harm he could do if he doesn't stop. I hope you remember what I've said. Good day.
Yürü git. Senin meymenetsiz suratını mı hatırlayacağım?
Sorry about earlier. Those bouts of pain are difficult to bear.
Are you all right, Anne? I didn't mean to intrude.
You didn't, truly. And I'm all right. The pain from this curse comes in bouts, and often suddenly. It's not anyone's fault. It's nice to meet you, by the way. You must be the new 5th year Sebastian told me about.
I am. Sebastian and I met on my first day at Hogwarts, in the Slytherin common room.
Oh, the common room. I adored teasing first years about spotting mermaids through the window. I do miss Hogwarts, but I wouldn't mind being in Feldcroft, really, if it wasn't so dreary now. Between the goblins at the castle and my uncle fighting with Sebastian whenever he's home, it's not the cosy retreat it once was.
Sebastian mentioned something about your uncle being an ex-Auror, but refusing to go after Ranrock's loyalists. I must say, I wasn't prepared for him to be as angry as he was.
Uncle Solomon is frustrated by what happened to me, and by Sebastian for thinking he can fix it. They both mean well, I know they do, but my uncle is right. This curse cannot be undone.
Dur kızım ya, çıkmadık canların ümit
Sebastian
kesilmez.
cannot take away my pain. Perhaps you can help him to understand that.
I'm afraid it's really up to Sebastian, and his mind seems to be made up.
I can only hope he realizes the futility of his search for a cure soon. I'm getting tired. I should probably rest. Thank you for stopping by. I wish you well.
I ought to see how Sebastian's faring.
Revelio.
Sharp hala falan. Ne demek istediğimi göz. Daha iyi hissediyorum. Kanka geliyorum. Sizin şu evin yanında bir şey varmış. Sıkıntı varmış, onu çözeceğim.
Revelio.
Why will he not listen to me? She's my sister.
Dur kanka,
How are you
sakin ol.
doing, Sebastian?
You got a first-hand glance at what I'm dealing with. I apologize for my uncle.
Şimdi hangisini diyeyim kanka ben sana?
I know he's angry, but he's only trying to do what he thinks is best for Anne.
He's always angry. He's been angry since my parents died. After Anne was hurt, he only grew worse. It's as though he blames me somehow, always calling me my father's son, as if that's an insult. I'm the one trying to help her. He's simply given up.
Both Anne and your uncle seem genuinely convinced that nothing more can be done for her.
I refuse to believe that. Anne's pain is more than physical. It has changed her entirely. I miss my sister. And I'm going to get her back.
Alalım
Come with
anasını
me.
satayım
I
be.
need to show you where it
Alalım be.
happened.
Ne gerekiyorsa yapalım kanka.
Ranrock's loyalists are capable of so much more than people realize. They should not be underestimated.
Gidelim kanka.
All the debris you'll see is from whatever's going on at that abandoned estate. They've been digging for something. Up there, on that plateau, is where they cursed Anne. This way.
Kanka koş da şey yapalım ya. Hani yetişmem gereken başka yerler de var ya. O yüzden. Yoksa yanlış anlama.
Dig through this rubble. Ranrock knows what he's doing. It's an honor to be a part of it.
Revelio.
Someone thinks they can outlast me! What an unfortunate disappointment! Who do you think you are?
Gel buraya gel. La arıyorum.
Revelio. Arresto nomadi.
You've made your last mistake.
Ben sana diyeyim, kaçabilirsin hala.
Wasn't it nice of you to stop? Arrogant sneaky!
Komutan, savaşçı. Ben söyledim, uyardım kanka.
your best.
Aa dur.
I confess, that was a bit more than I bargained for. I tried
Yapamadık
to
mı? Vallahi yapamadık ya. Kanka bunlar bir şey değil ya. Ben sana söylemeyi unuttum. Ben seçilmiş kişiyim ya. Bunlar bir şey değil bro.
Those
Bunlar
loyalists
elimizin kiri
deserved
bir
what
şey
they
değil
got.
bunlar. Sen
Couldn't
rahat
agree
ol.
more. This is where it happened. We smelled smoke in the middle of the night. When we looked outside, flames were shooting from the estate. Before my uncle and I could stop her, Anne rushed out, racing towards the fire, worried someone had been hurt. She came face to face with a horde of goblins, frantically trying to stamp out the flames. Suddenly, an icy voice drifted out from somewhere in the smoke. Children should be seen and not heard. A blinding blast followed. They didn't even give her a chance to run.
It seems an awfully violent response to a child wandering by. What were they trying to hide?
My thoughts exactly. It may be grasping at Billywigs, but I keep thinking that there might be something here that could lead me to whoever cursed Anne. Might be the only way to learn what type of magic harmed her, which could help me find a cure.
Perhaps you're right. The loyalists are everywhere, but they do seem to be spending a lot of time here, and it's likely they're hiding something.
And at Rookwood Castle. Shall we have a look around? They seem to have set up camp here for a specific reason. They have stations for everything. I've heard that goblin dig sites like these are popping up everywhere.
It's a wonder the Ministry isn't doing more. Always armed and ready for a fight, Ranrock's loyalists. Whose home was this?
Bit abandoned long since I've lived here. Rumour was a Hogwarts professor centuries ago. But that's all I ever heard. It might be worth taking a closer look at the house itself.
Bakalım kanka.
This well looks familiar. Sebastian, I've seen this before. This house, the well, the view.
What do you mean? When?
Give me a moment. I'll explain in a
Aha.
second.
Büyücüler buradan durup şey yapıyorlardı, büyü yapıyorlardı.
Revelio.
Sebastian, over here. Do you think that this was damaged by the fire the night that Anne was cursed?
Could be. But it looks to me as though this was intentional.
Sebastian, this house did belong to a Hogwarts professor. Hundreds of years ago.
Who? What do you...
I found a pensive that day in the restricted section with a memory that showed this house. There was a little girl and a drought. The keepers have shown me other memories as well. The girl became a Hogwarts professor. Her name was Isadora Morganach. She was one of the keepers.
The keepers? Like in Quidditch? And you found a pensive in the library? I'm not following you.
İyi kanka,
I realise
parça
it's a lot
parça
to take
anlatıyoruz
in.
her şeyi işte
I'm
sana
not
da.
even sure I understand it all yet. And no, not like Quidditch. They call themselves keepers because they're protecting some type of knowledge. It has to do with the vault at Gringotts.
Let me see if I've got this straight. You have Ranrock and Rookwood after you because of something you found at Gringotts where you ended up via a port key. You can see traces of an ancient magic that you think Ranrock is trying to harness. And now you've been witnessing memories left by keepers. Oh, and this house belonged to a Hogwarts professor who was one of these non-Quidditch keepers hundreds of years ago. If I didn't know you, I'd think you were pulling my leg.
It is all a bit much, isn't it, when you put it like that? The point is, we both have good reason to search this house. You for answers about what happened to Anne, and me for answers about the keepers.
Tamam, aradık da kimin nereye arayalım?
Look at this.
Revelli. Someone piled this here for a reason. Is it blocking something?
Only one way to find out. Huh, a stairwell. Why bother blocking a stairwell?
There might be something here worth a closer look.
They've left all of this simply strewn about. Tells me they're after something bigger.
Ne vurdu lan öyle?
Lumos.
Kaç. Yürü git.
Seems these journal entries are from Isadora's travels. A journal entry of Isadora's. I should hold on to this. Revelio. Confringo. Lumos.
Geri çekilin, Allah'ıma var ya, kopartırım dallarınızı. Senin şöyle.
Revelio.
Benden günah gittik.
Confringo. Revelio. You're not going to believe this. I can see the Undercroft.
What? A daydream? Because that happens to me too.
I know it sounds strange, but...
Honestly, nothing you say sounds strange to me anymore.
Fair enough. I can see the Undercroft through this stone wall, as though it's a window. This has happened before.
I'm listening.
I think it's to do with my ability to see traces of ancient magic.
But you said you didn't really understand it, and that you couldn't wield it.
That's true, and I'm still not sure what it all means. What I do know is that my ability allows me to travel through these windows I see.
Wait. We can get straight to the Undercroft from here. Ominous will be flawed.
We can. But perhaps best not to tell anyone else about this for now. Even Ominous.
Understood. Well then, invisible, secret, ancient magic passageway? Here we come.
Oğlum müdür sakin ol ya, heyecanlandı bu da hemen.
I'm tempted to hold my breath.
Zınk. Yine şatonun içine gidiyoruz. Her yol bizi oraya atıyor vallahi.
Why would the door lead us here?
Sebastian, look.
Mevzu var aga. Yırtılmış bir resim. Bir de bir şeyin parçası.
Why hide a triptych here?
Seems as if something's missing.
A note. Let's have a look.
Evet, bir şeye
Anything helpful
benzemiyor.
in the note?
A rune symbol. I've seen similar symbols used by the keepers.
I've been thinking. A keeper lived in that house centuries ago, and Ranrock and his lot have been searching there. You said that goblins may be wielding some form of this ancient magic. Do you think Anne was cursed by ancient magic?
I can't be sure, of course, but I don't think so. I didn't see any traces of it around your sister.
Very well. But that doesn't mean it's not ancient magic. There's still so much we don't know about it.
True. Perhaps this triptych will lead us to answers.
Then we'll have to unravel what this all means. But now I need to see Ominous. Don't worry, I won't tell him anything. Did I mention that, apparently, Salazar Slytherin had a secret scriptorium here, in Hogwarts?
You did not? Is it connected to our common room?
No idea. Ominous just learned of it. I'll let you know what I find out. I had no idea our visit to see Anne would unfold into all of this. My head's an utter mess. But I'm glad you told me everything you did. I'll be in touch. Till then.
Vay be.
How would you like to learn the knockback jinx flipendo? Once you've completed the necessary tasks, come and find me in
Tamam
the
hocam, ben ayar
greenhouse.
çekeceğim. Ayar çekeceğim ben. Tamam. Evet arkadaşlar, bir bölümümüzün daha sonuna gelmiş bulunmaktayız. Bir sonraki bölümde maceramız kaldığı yerden devam edecek. Hoşça kalın.